Good evening, YouTube. It is 8:47 p.m. on June the 8th of 2019. And I've took some pictures lately and shared them to my Facebook. Oops, I got to figure out which button to push. I've shared them to my Facebook right here. These were taken on June the 6th. And I'm not gonna go right there and look at these. We're gonna go right here and look at these because these were done in black and white. Hello, Katrina, or Kat. Yeah, these were done. I put these pictures in black and white to see if we could see more detail. And we can see up here some ships. Oh, well, that's nice of you. We can see some ships up here with windows. I'm not quite sure who these ships belong to because they're not rainbow colored ships. Even though these are black and white, they're not rainbow colored ships. Hello, good evening, and I'm broadcasting. I'm broadcasting from Salem, Indiana. So good evening. I'm gonna flip this around. I think it's pretty interesting, all the detail that can be had. Look right here. It even looks like where is my cursor? It even looks like you can go inside there. Hello, Tim. It looks like you could go inside of there. Something could fly inside of this ship right here. You can see more detail up here and up here. Just look at this. Hello, Lavana. Well, thank you, Dudas. Check at it again. Here you go, girl. Yeah, this really does. It looks like you can go inside this ship right here. Hola. Hola. Hola and hello. I'm just showing some pictures that I put into black and white to see if we could see more detail. And we really can see more detail of these ships. Look at that. You know what this looks like? This looks like one of those ships, you know, with the windows that we saw inside of the tornado. So are they hiding inside of here also? I've not looked up this close. Hello to everyone. I've not looked up this close before this picture because I really only just posted them. I posted them on the 6th. Hello in Scotland, Gwen. I posted them on the 6th, but I've never looked up close, and that does look like one of those UFOs that were inside the tornado. If you saw the tornado pictures on the YouTube that I uploaded, you would see this familiar face. I call it a face because it looks like these pictures that right here are taken in Salem, Indiana at my home. And these are the ships that are in the sky. When I take my picture, you can see they're layered. They're layered. It looks like somebody is inside of here. We can't really tell what it is or who it is, but look at these eyes. These look like eyes. Look, it's like the two eyes or something. Yeah, these were pictures that I took, and there goes my charger on the floor. That's okay. These were pictures that I took of the ships and left them in black and white. Hello. They could be angels inside of these ships. Yeah. But I think it's just pretty interesting, all the detail that can be had in one picture. They could be windows. Yeah, and some of them are windows. Some of them look exactly like windows. And there are people who believe that this is their home. These are who they belong to. They're going back to their star families. Yeah. But I'm going to shrink this one down right here. Yeah, oh, your ride home. Yeah, you could probably ride out of here in these. Now, this doesn't show up too well on my... oh, well, look, there's look like a window down here. These were just other smaller ships done in the black and white mode. And, you know, when I show these pictures, I really don't know what to say. I can't really add much more to what the pictures are than what you're seeing. But I can show you them. I can show you them up close. and show you that they are up there in the sky. They're always up there, and it's like we're peering into another dimension. It's the dimension, but it's right here, and we're able to get a glimpse of these ships. There are colored pictures of these ships at the end of these. Wow, look at that. That's pretty, that looks like a great big window in this ship right here. How many directions have, I've taken most of these pictures. Most of these pictures have been taken in the western sky. Sometimes I'll point to the eastern. I rarely ever take them in the northern part of the sky, sometimes in the southern part. And I know people want to know exactly the directions and the coordinates. I can't give you the coordinates and the directions, and I cannot even guarantee you that if you did take these pictures, the big pictures that we saw close up, they're these ships right here. That's what they are, these ships. They were the big pictures of some of these ships that I had got really close up in. And you can see them. There are thousands upon thousands of them still. And you know, this big orb, this one right here, this is a new addition to all these ships that are up there. And you know, they're not UFOs. They're not UFOs. They are indeed ships in the sky. It's ships in the night. And they are driven by extraterrestrials, certain extraterrestrial races. Well, if they're coming for a battle, it's good against evil. That's what I would say it is. Yeah, you can just see them. There's so many. And a lot of these ships you can see in that great big long video that I posted like around a week and a half's worth of pictures. You can see some of these up close really good too. If you haven't watched that real long video on the YouTube channel, it's loaded with pictures. It is loaded with pictures. Yeah, hello. And I'm sorry I'm not too exciting to listen to, but all I'm doing is showing these pictures, and well, I have no idea. I don't. That I'm going to try to turn this camera around. Hello, Donna. Next. You know, and some people, I can see these in the sky because they're really, really long, and they do layer themselves. Yeah, this energy does affect us. These ships layer themselves in the clouds just like they do in these pictures right here. Well, thank you. I don't know how many pictures are here, but you can see them in color now, all of the ships. And I really can't tell you, I really couldn't tell you, I cannot even, it's hard for me to navigate these buttons when I'm looking at the comments. Yeah, I can't really tell a person how these ships show, the tongue twister, how these ships show up in my pictures, in my camera. I can't really give you a human explanation. I can give you a spiritual explanation, a supernatural explanation, because it's all spiritual and supernatural at the same time, and we're peering into a dimension, the realm, another realm that we're not used to seeing. And for a split second, for a moment in time, when that camera flashes, it captures these ships up there in that realm, in that other dimension that are there. And you know, they can come out of it anytime they want. They can make themselves known anytime they want. They can appear right in the sky in front of you if they so desired. But I don't think they're showing themselves out in mass right now because people would be very shocked and kind of terrified because they are humongous and there are many, many, many of them. As you can see, there are many, many ships. And that's the reason why a lot of people who are looking at these pictures and wondering, saying, well, I can't see them. Where are they at? I don't see them in the sky. You're not going to see them in the sky like this in the sky. And you're not going to see them at all unless they want you to see them. Every once in a while, they will make their presence known to certain individuals who they deem that they want to make them known. I have not seen one of these just like they look right here. Well, I'm trying to flip this around. I have not seen one of these like this without being cloaked in the clouds. I have not seen them plain. The only time I see them like this is in these pictures. And I know they're up there. I know they're watching over every one of us, everywhere in the world. These ships are not just located in the Louisville metropolitan area, because that's what you would call the area that I live in, the Louisville metropolitan area, because it's like 40 minutes from Louisville, Kentucky. And Louisville is, you know, where they have like, I don't know, ball games and stuff, a big area. But these ships are not just contained in this certain area. They're all over the world, in every state of the United States, in every country. They are there, and you may not be able to see them like this, but I guarantee you, and I can assure you, they are up there. They're not confined to one space, one quadrant of this universe, this space of sky. They're not confined. They go wherever they want. They can disappear in less than a second. They travel at hyper speeds. Yeah, so I don't know how I got off on that, but yeah, they can make themselves known anytime they want to. And it doesn't matter how long they spray those skies to try to hide them. They could literally cover it really, really thick. And if these ships wanted to be seen, they would come straight through there and they would not be able to prevent them from being seen. And I think that day will come one day that the spraying, the chemtrailings and all of that, it will not stop these ships from coming out. They will not be able to cover them up. When that day comes, and they'll find out, you know, that their efforts were in vain because they were just waiting for the exact moment in time to make themselves known. And I do believe that day will come, and you will see that in your lifetime. And we can see some more of these windows. I know there's comments, but yeah, the long lines in the sky resembling ships, Cosmos 7. Yes, because that is them. That is them in the sky, layering themselves in the sky. And there's no way they could be clouds, although a lot of people are not watching the skies like we are, and they're not looking for ships in the skies. They're carrying on with their everyday life and oblivious to what's going on. And to be honest, some of them don't even want to know. They could care less. They would think that it does not exist, but it does exist. It really does exist. Yeah, and I've heard of the Great Deception before, and I don't really know what that Great Deception would be. It's also referred to a strong illusion. Yeah. Now these ships, you can see these colors in them again. They are that big long ship. If you saw the video of the big long ship that was over in the eastern skies of Henryville, Indiana, that is like one of these ships because it has the same markings on it. And this type of images right here, this has went across the Soho Lascaux imagery. If you watch that, if there's anyone on here who's watched that, these ships that shape have went across that Soho Lascaux image. Oh, you was hoping to have clear skies to watch the pictures? I know, but it wasn't really clear enough skies to watch anything. In fact, right now they're like gray white, gray white. But it's been a very pretty day. It really has been. And I'm not really sure, you know, what's behind these ships. What lies behind? Because they poke themselves through. These ships literally, it looks like they like poke themselves through. Um, Enough for me to get them in a picture. But then what's behind there? What's behind these ships? What's on the other side of the side that we're seeing? That's what I wonder. What's on the other side of what we're seeing? Is it a whole, well, I'm sure it is a whole new dimension, and they're just poking themselves through enough to get this picture. Um, well, thank you, Judah. Although there are some who may not agree with you, there are some, but you know what? I don't like it when people, I don't like it when people come on the Facebook or something or on here and they write rude comments and say rude things. I don't like that. I really don't like it. But I still just keep on going. I don't let it stop me. I tell you what, if I had to have people talk to me like that years ago, I would just boo. That would be the end of me, but that's not the end of me. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of me, and I have a feeling this is going to go on for around 3 more years. This is the role I'm in for around 3 more years. Yeah, and that's okay because time is going to fly by extremely, extremely fast, and we'll catch up. We'll catch up. We'll get to where we need to be. Yeah, you're surprised they haven't shut me down. Well, and I can comment toward that. They haven't shut me down because they're not supposed to shut me down, and they know it. They know it. Um, and I am being allowed to see this. I know it. I'm being allowed to see these images, get them in my camera and share them. I'm being allowed to do that, and it is an honor. It is an honor. It is. It's humbling. It's humbling. And you know, I wouldn't want to get a big head and a big old ego because ego does not have any place in what I'm doing. Your ego has to be out. You can't get inside of that. Can't let your ego come out when you're showing things like this. You've got to deliver all of this humbly, and you've got to deliver these pictures in love. If you don't deliver things like this in love, the message is not going to come across good, and it's not going to be received. And that is another reason why I have not shared these images with the MUFON or other people like that who are really into UFOs. And I haven't taken any interviews either. I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to take interviews. And you're saying, Gina, well, how come you say you're not supposed to? Well, now I know within here I'm not supposed to give interviews, at least not yet. And I'm not supposed to, I'm not supposed to talk to MUFON. I knew that from the very, very beginning. I was not supposed to, because that is not the avenue that these extraterrestrials want to go through. I think they've been there before. They've been down that road before, and it did not work for them. It did not work for them. There's too many hands in this pot. There's too many hands in it. When you go to MUFON, it gets really messy. So this is being brought to the people themselves. It's being brought to you. It's being brought to me. It's being shared with the people. There is no middleman to go through. There is no middleman, no middle person. These images are for you all. They are with no strings attached. I think we're back at the very beginning. What made me take my first picture? There was an image of a lady. There was a lady in the image of a cloud around June. It was around this time It was around this time 1 year ago, there was an image of a lady in the shape of a cloud kneeling, and you could make out her hair was up on her head. Her hands were pointed downward like that, and she was in a long dress, and she was looking, had her head turned. So I stopped at this stop sign on my way to my mom's, and I saw that up in the sky, and I took a picture. I could not believe what I saw. I shared it in one of the videos on here. I don't know if I shared it onto the YouTube yet, but that's what it was, and it was around 1 year ago today when that happened. And we've come a long way. We've come a long way. I could have said no. I could have said no, I don't want to take any more pictures. I could have said that. I could have said no to that calling. I really could have, but I didn't. I did not. And now I know I can't go back. I can't go back now. There's only one way to go, and it's forward. Forward. Not knowing what lies ahead, I'm just going to keep going forward and see what happens. And you're going to watch, and you're going to join me on my journey just like you are now. We're going to go forward together. Yeah, I'm glad I did not either. I think we've already taken these pictures. We've shown these images already. Now, and if you're not on the Facebook, these images they really are. They're getting lots of generation. That was just posted on yesterday, and it's already has that many views. But these are the rainbow Palladian rainbow colored ships. These are Palladian ships that are rainbow colored. I don't know if I can zoom up on these because of it being, yes, because it's being so bright on my computer. I can't really zoom up much on these ships because I don't want to distort their color. I can flip through these again, but they are, yeah, they're pretty neat. I can show it this far away without getting up close, but it doesn't do justice to these pictures that you're seeing. You'll have to slow down that video. Yeah, this is pretty neat because it literally does look like a door, an opening to somewhere in this picture. I don't want to show those like that because it doesn't do justice to them. Bad weather is on the way for you guys in the USA. You get your storms this week. Brad, where are you located? You know, a lot of us go through tribulations in our life on a daily basis. Some very great tribulations, but I know that the Bible does speak about there will be a time of distress unequaled from the beginning of the world and never to be equaled again. And if those days had not been cut short, no one would survive. But for the sake of the elect, those days will be shortened. I know which verse you're referring to. You're referring to Matthew chapter 24. That's what you're referring to. And then after all the distress of those days, the sun will be darkened and the moon will not give its light, and the heavenly bodies will be shaken. And then they'll see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with a great glory and power, and he'll call his elect from one end of the earth to the other. But that's after all that happens. Australia. Oh, that's pretty far away. Yeah. And if you're tuning in, all of my videos that I do, my live videos, everything I share, you can share with your children. It's rated G. You're not going to find no bad language in it. You're not going to find any angry behavior or anything derogatory. You're not going to find that. I know there are people with their children and grandchildren who watch my videos, and you know, I'm glad they do, and I'm glad that they feel sure enough within them to let them watch these videos also with them, because it is interesting, you know, to see these ships up in the sky, these different colors of ships, these different shapes of ships. It is interesting, and to find someone sharing the pictures. And you know, they can also, you know, if they have Facebook, the kids can look on their parents' Facebook or something, and they can see these images for themselves instead of on these live videos. But I think it is great. Um, yes, and if you're watching this video, if you like it, can you please give it a thumbs up, because it helps circulate the videos more for others to be awakened to see what's going on up there in the sky. And it's quite possibly whoever is meant to see these videos and these pictures, it's meant for them to see them, because you know they've probably taken pictures themselves and probably thought, am I seeing things? But when they see that other people have taken pictures and other people have shared, then it helps reassure them on the inside that, hey, no, I'm seeing things that are really there. And it helps waken them more. And hello, Jim Watson and Lily Dove. Hello to everyone. Yeah, I was just getting on here. I haven't been on here. I try to at least get on here one week to show what has been captured in the sky. And it's the ships. It is the ships up there. Oh, I will tell you one thing. One night as I was coming home from work, you know, I came on this road of 160. I live in the country, so I had to go up this windy road through the forestry. And, you know, you all have heard of like a, I don't know, a really bright star in the sky, but it's not a star. It's really bright golden. I seen this golden stretched out star in the sky. It was humongous. And then as I kept on driving home, there was another one that appeared in the sky. These were in the western sky. And I kept going down the road, and then all of a sudden I saw 5 or 6 of them. They formed a formation in the sky that almost looked like the shape of a diamond, you know, with each one at the point and some in the middle. And I got kind of scare me. And I pulled over on the side of the road. I wanted to take a better picture, but they were in that western sky like that, and I've never in my life seen so many in one location. I've seen one for a long time last year. Every time I'd come home from work, it would always be in that western sky until I pulled up in my driveway, and then when I'd go in the house and take a picture, it was always gone. But it was the other night as I was driving home. First I saw one of them, and then I saw 2, and then there was around 6 or 7 of them that formed a strategic formation in the sky. And I thought, oh my gosh, they're waiting for me to get there. I'm not ready to go up in a ship. And I thought that they were waiting for me, because when I was driving down the road, it looked like they were in the area right above my house. But when I got home, I couldn't see them anymore because the tree lines covered them up. And I went outside and I still couldn't see them. I got in my car, went back down the road. They were gone. I couldn't see them anymore, but they were not airplanes. They were the UFO ships. Yeah. Yeah, things are changing very fast. And, and you know, when, your question, you wonder when the true revealing will happen, when they finally uncloak and start to descend, because I had dreams that they would. When it, well, you know what? I think it's occurring on an individual basis right now. I really do. But one day they will uncloak for everyone to see, whether they want to see them or not. Well, you're welcome, and you're all, thank you for watching and being interested in what I'm sharing. Come to Indianapolis. Sometimes there are like 30 at once, and these are only ones in your view. Wow, Stephanie. Yeah. I don't do much traveling because of work and so much responsibilities at home, since I'm growing a garden and stuff. I want to flip this around. Deborah has, I don't know if she took a screenshot of something, but this is a, if I can zoom up on this, no, you can't really tell that this is a ship, but it is a ship. Yeah, and I guess you all have seen this right here. I've never seen this below my outdoor light before like it was. that was interesting last night. That was interesting, and I think other people must have found this interesting too, because it's already just since last night had that many views on here. I'm trying to get rid of this. Okay, let me flip this around. Yeah, we better come together and face what's in front of us. That's right. Love is the only way. You know, if you can fathom all mysteries and have all knowledge, if you don't have love, you're nothing. You're really nothing. It doesn't matter who you are. If there is not love inside of here, you're nothing. I know that doesn't sound nice, but really, when it does come down to it, it is all about love, because love is the way that we are connected. It's a universal language. It really is. Well, I'm about out of words, so I guess I'm going to be ending this video. Yeah. But you see that light? I'm trying to flip this camera around. I'm going to flip this camera around to right here. I'm going to get off of here for now, and hopefully I will do another update soon. Yes, love is to keep the commandments. Yeah. You ought to have a good evening, and you're welcome. I'm going to try to be vigilant. I'm going to try to be more vigilant, giving updates and things. You're very welcome. Um, you're very, very welcome. I wish I could see you all face to face, but this is good enough. I guess this will do. I don't have a choice, so it will do.